Podcast sponsorships are the most popular form of podcast monetization out there. A brand or a company agrees to pay you, the podcaster, a certain amount of money in exchange for your endorsement. So in this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to find companies and brands that want to sponsor your podcast using the Buzzsprout Podcorn integration, and then also show you how to integrate those sponsorships into your episodes so that your listeners take action, you get the credit, and those brands and companies want to continue to sponsor your podcast into the future. So in order to navigate to the sponsors area of your Buzzsprout dashboard, you first go to the monetization tab, and then sponsors is the first tab. So it'll typically be the one that opens first. And down here, you can see there's two options. You can either add a sponsor if you already have a sponsor for your podcast, if you're working with a local company, or if you have an existing relationship. You can add them very easily, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. But if you don't yet have a sponsor, then you'll want to start over here with Podcorn. So when you click on that button, we'll take you to this page in your Buzzsprout account, which essentially walks you through the three-step process of getting set up with Podcorn. Now, Podcorn is like a matchmaking service for podcasters and companies, making that connection between the podcast hosts that want to find sponsors and the companies that want to sponsor podcasts. So all you have to do is click this link. It'll take you to Podcorn's website where you create an account with just a few simple steps, just giving them some information about your podcast and setting up your user account. And then you'll need to have this box checked here. So this allows Podcorn to double check your download numbers once you start working with brands and sponsors. Oftentimes, you'll be negotiating your rates based on how many downloads or plays their episodes get. And so you'll want Podcorn to be able to verify that for the sponsor on your behalf. So you'll want to make sure that you have this checked. And then once you do that, all you have to do is go into Podcorn, find and secure sponsors for your show, and then once you have done that, bring them into Buzzsprout. So when you first log into Podcorn, this is going to be your dashboard. You'll see all of your current campaigns and where they are in the process, and then you'll also see a calendar over here on the right side of the different slots that are available and which ones are filled or not. But when you're first getting started, you'll first need to find some sponsors. So all you do is go up to the sponsorships tab up here at the top. Now, once you click on that, Podcorn will automatically generate a list of all of the companies and brands that are looking for podcasts like yours. And then from here, you would just go through the list and see who is looking for podcast sponsorship. So we have Custom Puppet Telegrams, very interesting. Hulu. So if you've ever used Hulu before, they are currently looking for podcasts to sponsor. And if you wanted to see more about what this would look like, then you just click View Details. And so here you can see that they're looking for podcasters that want to promote their new original series that's launching on October 16th. And specifically, they're looking for podcasts that are in these genres. So if you have a podcast in the horror, sci-fi, comic book, or true crime category, then this could be really great. You can see that they're looking for a pre-roll ad read by the host, which would be you as the podcaster telling people about this new show and why they should check it out. And they're also looking for mid-roll slots. So if you wanted to send a proposal to Hulu, all you would need to do is click this button and then let Hulu know what you want to do to help them promote their episode. So as you can see, you can choose any number of episodes. So let's say we want to roll 2 pre-rolls, and the fee per episode is going to be $25. You would go over here, you would select your dates. So we'll say September 16th and September 23rd. And we're going to do 3 mid-rolls. And the fee for that is going to be $40 because it's a little longer of an ad. And then we'll choose 3 dates. So we'll choose these 3 dates. So once you've chosen the ad formats that you want to submit to the brand or the company, you're going to pitch yourself. So you can either do this by writing out a pitch, or if you're really good on audio, which chances are you are if you're a podcaster, you could also record an audio file and send it to them. And in this pitch, what you want to do is explain to the company that you want to work with the value of sponsoring your podcast. What are the kind of episode topics that you like to cover, and how do those things overlap with the overall goals of the company that you want to sponsor your podcast? So take the time to really create a well thought out pitch that explains why your podcast is going to benefit this company and help them drive whatever kind of end result they're looking for. So in this case, Hulu wants people to check out their new show, and so you'll want to explain why you will do a really good job of moving your listeners to go and check that show out. And once you have written that pitch out, you would just hit next. And then on this last screen, you'll have a chance to look over everything that you just typed up. So you'll be able to look at your different ad formats, the episode dates that those particular ads are going to drop, your details that you submitted, and then you'll just click Send Proposal. And that's it. That's all you have to do to pitch your podcast to companies and brands that are looking for podcasts just like yours to sponsor. Now, once you have secured a sponsor for your podcast, you'll want to add that information into Buzzsprout. So we're going to go back to the Sponsor tab and click Add a Sponsor. Now here, you're going to add any details that you think are relevant. When you add your own sponsors using this feature, you will obviously add a different headline, you'll use a different link. I just want to show you an example so you know what it looks like when you add it to a podcast in Buzzsprout. You'll also be able to add some sponsor artwork, and I'll show you where this is going to pop up here in a second. You simply click the box and then add your image. Typically, you want it to be at least 400 pixels wide, either in the JPEG or the PNG format. Either one works. And then that is going to be the best. And then you click Add this sponsor. So now, anytime that you promote Hulu on your podcast, you would simply use the brand mention feature. So if we go to the latest episode of Buzzcast, let's say that on this episode, we promoted Hulu. So we go down to Promote a Brand here on the right side of this episode, click Add a Brand Mention. We would choose Hulu's newest show, which is the one we just created, and click Save Mention. Now, when we do that, then at the bottom of your show notes, you will see that we've added the sponsor. So this gets automatically added to your show notes when you use that brand promo feature. And since I added this sponsor to our Buzzcast podcast, which is a podcast we produce internally at Buzzsprout, let me show you what it looks like on the Buzzcast podcast website, which is very similar to the website that you get when you sign up for Buzzsprout. So here is the episode that we just added the Hulu sponsorship to. And if we scroll down a little bit here in the show notes, you'll see we've added this really cool image. So that's the image we uploaded. It's got our headline, it's got our tagline. And so when one of your listeners comes to your Buzzsprout website and they want to go and check out the newest Hulu show, they could either click this image and it would take them directly to the website, or they would click this link down here in your show notes. So now you know how, as an independent podcaster, you can find companies and brands that are looking to sponsor shows just like yours, and how to use the custom brand feature inside of Buzzsprout to easily add those sponsorship details into your episodes. Now, if you're an independent podcaster that's always on the lookout for helpful tools and resources to guide you on your podcasting journey, make sure you subscribe to the Buzzsprout YouTube channel, because every single week we put out multiple videos covering everything from podcast gear and equipment reviews to software tutorials to podcast strategy videos like you just watched. So if this was really helpful for you, make sure you subscribe to the channel to get those new videos as they come out every single week. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, keep podcasting.